Okay, I'd like to, good morning everyone. Thank you for taking the time to attend this webinar. I'd like to start with a brief introduction for those who are new to GovReports about who we are, why we do what we do. GovReports is the complete SBR lodgement portal for business, staff and tax agents to securely prepare and submit compliance reports to the respective government agency, including the tax office for all the tax return related business compliance forms, payroll tax to all the states and territories revenue offices, and ASIC financial reports for listed companies. Why we started? From the early days, we hear taxpayers and tax practitioners' issues in meeting compliance. Not only technology available was not reliable at the time, the process was difficult to follow. We learned that they were in desperate need for more efficient, cost-effective, and more streamlined system to manage their business and personal affairs from the simplest to the most complicated arrangement. So we developed and released GovReports with an aim to provide secure, flexible data management services with locally, privately hosted cloud applications. We integrate and map data source to make your workflow process easier. It is a direct and end-to-end service available at your fingertips with online access. Features include the automatic pre-filling from the ATO. So, for those that are doing activity statements, you can see the pre-filling from the document ID, the PYG amount, and from and tax returns, of course, there's a lot more than that. Software, we also integrate with software, so for all the major accounting software, so NYOB, Online, Xero, QuickBooks, and very soon it's going to be Sage 1, possibly next week. And of course, for all the desktop software, you can upload the file, the backup file, into GovReports as well. So, and other software that do not, that generate that CSV, we also accept that as well. Because it is electronic record keeping, whether it's in the report is in the draft form or it has been lodged or it's, you have validated, it's easier for you to get access to and basically resume your work at any time. So even if it's a lodged report, if there's an audit, you can simply get on your phone or get on your one of your device, whether it's an iPad or a laptop, and simply just go into and search for your clients and forward that lodged reports to a lodgement receipt or the lodged reports to your clients. It's a lot easier for you to get access to with the electronic record keeping. Then, because also when you do the lodgement, you got instant validation or the lodgement receipt or the receipts. It means that if there is instances where, well, we had a lot of instances where after 6 months of lodgements, the clients, have been contacted by the ATO and saying that they never received the lodgement from the clients and or with the fine. For those clients that have come to us, and that basically we just said, look, send the lodgement receipt to the ATO, advise them that this is the time and the date that it has been lodged and has been submitted. It's certainly sitting on their database, and they need to search for that. So you have to do it through the phone? No. Okay. So because it is the lodgement is in real time, unlike the portal, the SBR, our system is through the SBR technology. What does it mean for you? You can lodge through the portal, you can lodge through GovReports, and then in a couple of minutes it shows up on the portal. So what's the difference between you lodging on the portal and lodging through GovReports? The difference is that because it's through SBR, it hits the central database. Not only get updated on the ATO portal, but it also on the central database, so it gets processed a lot quicker. So those that are lodging through, say for example, if you are lodging through a PYG through the portal, it would take about 2 weeks before 1 or 2 weeks before the accountants can do the tax return. With GovReports, if you lodge it right now and the lodgement comes through, in a minute or so, the tax agent will go in and do the tax return for that employee. Unfortunately, with GovReports, you can use once it has been lodged, or you have draft and validate the report, you can send the validated copy to your clients for authorizations. We do also have optional service where digital signature for you to also to use if that makes it more convenient for you. Of course, if you have a lot more clients, you want the signed documents on your on the GovReports. This digital signature is a better option. But if you're happy with your email or email copy of your authorizations, then the current versions where we enable you to send lodgement receipts and drafted or validated reports from GovReports, that's also good as well. Of course, one of the major benefits of GovReports is that you can save and resume your work at your own pace at any time, anywhere on any device. Whether it doesn't matter which browser, and so that our system does work better with Google Chrome and Firefox, and not so much on Internet Explorer. And the ability to amend and revise lodge reports. This is the major features that we have on GovReports. I know that for many of you who have been using GovReports for the last, in the last couple of years or recently, the old versions. This is the old versions. We all, like anything, we do, we get used to, when we get used to something, it's difficult for us to let go. But having said that, over time, because we get a lot of suggestions and feedback from you guys, we understand everyone operates differently, and everyone has their own way of operating their business. But at the end of the day, how do we basically provide the services to cater for all of these? Sometimes we introduce a new service or a new feature. It suits someone, it might not suit the other. So what we decided is that we changed, and in order for us to implement these changes, we had no choice but to implement the new versions. And because, like I said, because we want to implement all these changes and features into GovReports, that's why we're coming out with these new features. It is more interactive. You have customizable dashboard. You can not only were you able to customize your services before, now you can customize the services and what you see on your GovReports. It is intuitive and more flexible and a lot more space. So we will be adding a lot of services along the way. Already, so there, just watch out for that. So what I'll do now is I'll go into the demo to show you the demo, the workflow. I believe it is easier for those that have been using the new versions. There is a lot more functionality. There is a lot more security, and of course, you can select the services or the level of features that you want to have as well. So let me now go through the demo. So I'm going to log in. Okay, this is a testing account, unlike your production account. This is in a testing environment, so we don't put the two together. Unfortunately, because our system interacts with the ATO, so we do need a tax file number, ABN, and of course the entity so that we can get these features. Because all of the services that we provide, because it interacts with the tax office, so we could not put the testing environment, the testing account into the production environment. So a lot of services here that you see are an imitation, a simulations of what you have in your account, but it is not in the real environment. So it might be a little bit slower, and it might not have as pretty features as you would have in your production account. So this is a dashboard when you log in. On your left-hand side, you would have the bird view, which is the home. My clients, my users, my lodgements, all the functionalities that you would have in the old versions would still be there with a little bit more refined features. I'll go through each one of those shortly later. Let me walk through what we have on the dashboard. So on the top, you've got the settings and, of course, the application center and, of course, your profile. Unlike the old versions, this is on the top of the screen. You see the search field. This is basically to enable you to, if you go for a lot of BAS agents or bookkeepers or tax agents who work in front of their clients or at client site, if you can log into GovReports, type in the name of your client, and be able to pull up just the client, that particular client's profile or name or file, and then you can go directly into his or her or that business account without having to show all your clients. Sometimes it is embarrassing for you to show all your client list, and it is at the end of the day a breach of privacy or confidential, confidentiality if you expose their details. So if you type in their name on the search field, pull it up, and be able to just open that file. Once you click onto the client's profile, you get into the page where the sections where everything is about them, the work in progress, the overview about their business, their contact details, anything you have saved or draft for them, it's just about that business. And anything you have lodged, who has access to this account, and whether you have raised any jobs or invoices on this business. So everything is about that business. It's as if like you are working for them solely. The whole system is about them. So that's the search field. I'll go back to the dashboard. Okay, on your dashboard, you got the outstanding. For those that have outstanding reports, you would have the outstanding reports box there, so you can see what's upcoming next, or the upcoming reports that's for you to do, and anything overdue, you can simply go into, if you are in progress of fixing that, of doing that, it will give you, it's in draft at the moment, and anything that you haven't done, it will say that you can get access to it immediately by click prepare or delete if you're no longer looking after these clients. So that's outstanding reports, and of course anything that you got in saved reports, this is a shortcut for you to click onto that and simply go straight into the work in progress that you have earlier. And of course anything that you've lodged, you can, like my lodgement and history, it's exactly the same thing, but this is a shortcut. You can simply click onto that and give access to all your lodged reports. On your left-hand side, on your right-hand side here, you have your profile. In this case, this is a tax agent's account. You don't have to have it there. You can remove that if you don't want to. And of course, if you've got CLM, which is the office, GovReports office, which shows you that your to-do list today and overdue jobs or upcoming jobs. Like I said, this is a testing account, so because the clients are not real, there's a lot of work in progress and so forth. So at the moment, the only thing, the lodgement reports, which is what you had in the previous versions, your usage of the system and how it looks, basically what you've lodged and what you use. And of course, you've got the news, and very soon we're going to have the GovReports updates. So the news at the moment is not live. It will go live in a couple of weeks when our guys release it. So you'll get access to the recent news from GovReports, the HEO, the ICB, and other associations that we will add along the way. So like I said, updates will also be, the update box will also be there, and of course the due dates for any lodged reports. This is the standard due date for all the reports that might have a deadline. We will update it on there. Now, if these are the basic features, of course, if you don't want to see some of these, if you don't have, say for example, you don't like to see the news, you don't like to see the lodgement report, which is the graph, or if you don't have you don't want to see your user profiles on the account, you can remove that. Simply go into the customize icon there and remove some of them. One has been removed and it's updating. You will now not see the versions where it has removed some of the things that we have clicked to remove. There you go. So once you have that, like I said, you can customize it by moving things around, the things that you need. So I'll possibly move that up there, since it's got some space there, so that I can see my due date, upcoming due date, remind me, to plan my work in more advance. and so forth. So it's up to you how you want that to look. There will be, like I said, there will be more features and services that will come on the dashboard, which we will be releasing along the way. Now, in terms of before you get started, I possibly want to go through, what I like to do is to go through some of the settings, which is a lot of, like I said, we put more control, more flexibility for you to manage your account, your GovReports account. So if you go into settings, click on any of the settings here, and then you get access to all the settings features. So now what I'll do is I'll click on Manage My Account. Okay. Like I said, when you click on any of the settings features there, it will take you to the setting page where you have on your left-hand side, you can see all the settings that you can do, on your account. The Manage My Account is basically managing your account with GovReports. So that basically lists out all the subscriptions, etc., that you have with GovReports, so that you can see it clearer. You will have the list of your purchases. If you want to top up the credits for those that are using GovReports on a per lodgement basis, or if you want to go into access shopping cart, you can also do so. All the things that you have purchased already, it will say that you already purchased it. So you will not spend money to buy the same back. You cannot buy the same thing again. It's basically, we do have people that buy the same thing again and go, oh my God, and they have 2 or 3 years worth of annual subscription. So we just so this time you won't be able to do that. You can only subscribe for those services that you have not got on your account. I'll go back to the settings. And of course, payment history, anything that you paid to us in the past, you can always come back and get the receipts, the payment receipts, and etc. And then, of course, if you're using us as per lodgement, you can go into it and basically track all the transactions that you made, and that has deducted from your credits. Now, what I'll do is I'll go through the account settings rather than account settings. What do we all have here? Previously, in the old versions, you don't have a lot of these settings except for the fact that it's business settings and the profile setting. The business setting is basically the information that you enter here. Other information that we use to cross-check with the ATO and with the ABR or tax petitioner board to ensure that the right person is using your business details to set up the account with GovReports, and also to lodge through the tax office or the respective government agency. So notice in the past, if you enter the incorrect ABN, because we cross-check the information here with all these government agencies as well with the details that you have on your OSCE. So anything that you put in there is not correct and not matching with the ATO or what you have on the OSCE, your account would not work. So having said that, address and so forth, that's not important. That's not it's not important, but it is important going forward, because if you want your business details to show up on the report that you draft, or when you send something from GovReports to your clients, it would have your business details on it. So if you want to update that, you click on Edit My Business on the right-hand side. I'm getting confused between my left and right. So my right-hand side corner here on the top right, and you'll be able to go in and click on the field that you want to change, and you can change whatever that you need to change, whether it's an address, whether it's an email, or your trading name. If along the way, we have a lot of people along the way, they change their business from sole trader to proprietary limited, or a partner become a proprietary limited. So this is where you go in and change your details. Once you've changed any of the details there, click Save. Make sure you click Save, and that will update on the system. Okay, the profile settings is basically your relationship with us, with GovReports. So this is, if you send us a support email or whatever, this is the information that we have on your account with us, or your profile with us, so that we can identify you and then come back to you, or basically. So, like I said, you can, at the moment, we only enable you to upload the logo or your picture here. Your logo doesn't come through to the business report that you have on GovReports just yet. That will be possible. That is part of our plan for release in the future, but at this stage, no. So this here, you can add your photo. It's up to you. And for your clients, of course, the same. But I'll go through that shortly. You want to change your username. You can. In the past, you cannot change your username. Now we enable you to do that. At your discretion. So if you want to change anything, you can change that by going to the top right, click set or click change, or change the password, and you'll be able to change. The only thing that we won't allow you to change is if you are a tax agent or a BAS agent, you've got your tax agent or BAS agent number that has been recorded, we won't allow you to change that, simply because we are concerned that people might use your agent details to set up an account with us and start doing something silly on your behalf, and that's the reason. So, and also going forward, because of the changes in the government in terms of setting OSCE, I'll go through that shortly, and because of that, the agent number we won't allow you to change. You can also, now what I'll do, once you make the change, just make sure you click save, and because I didn't change anything, so I won't go through that. I've gone through, so I'll go back to it. This screen is exactly the same as your, the page when we were earlier. If you click on My Account, it will take you there. This is for those people who are new to GovReport. The first time that you log in, this is the page that you will go into. It will list out all your accounts, all your settings that you need to set up before you start. So of course you don't have to complete all of them, but it's just that the more settings that you do, the more secure or proper your account is set up, so that you can manage your business a lot better, or your practice a lot better after. So we were on the user access settings, which is on your left-hand side there. So if you click on user access settings, for those that have staff, additional staff working on your account, you can also go into here and manage your staff or secondary users on your account as well. I will go through this later on, but like I said, it will list out all your users, and if you want to go into it and edit the profile or that come up, just always enable pop-up from GovReports. So if you click onto that, basically if you want to go in and change their user access and settings, you can do so, inactivate their account, user permissions, etc. You can do so. But for now, let me go back to the settings, because we'll go through this, manage your users shortly later. Let me go through that. Okay, so user settings, you can, like I said, you can manage your users, their access, and so forth directly from here. But you can also do that from the dashboard, or My Users. Email settings. This is the new feature we released late last year. It will previously, for those that have been using GovReports, previously when you complete a lodgement, you would have an option for GovReports to send you the lodgement receipt. Now, that's an incoming email that goes to you, and you can select which email address that you can send from. Previously, it was sent from GovReports. It was sent from GovReports to your profile email, which is the email that you use, that we identify you as a user, as your username. So if you want to change that, click on the top right, which I just clicked earlier. You go in, you change the email that you want to change to. So if I want to change that to, I can receive. You can, if in your practice, all the lodgement receipts, you want to go to a particular person, so that person can then do the invoicing to your clients, etc. You can go to one specific person, nominate that one email that you want all the lodgement receipts to go to. Now, you can change that. Outgoing email is when you're sending out emails from GovReports. Previously, when you sent out a draft or a valid report or the lodgement receipt from GovReports, it will be sent from GovReports email. Now you can have that option. You can continue. If you don't change anything, you will be, if you, anything that you send from GovReports will be from GovReports. By default, it goes to GovReports, but if you go and do your settings, you can put in the personal email access. This is the same settings as you would have if you have your phone, if you have your email access from your phone. The same settings that you would be required if you were to put on your phone, this now goes to GovReports as well. So if you got Google Mail or Yahoo, it's pretty straightforward. Just put in the email address and your password. Anything that you send going forward from GovReports, the draft reports you forward to your clients, or if you've got digital signature, it will also be sent from your email as well. And of course, later on, we're going to update on CLM as well. So if you change that email, then because I don't remember my password for the email, I better not change it. Okay, like I said, if you change that to whatever, whether it's Google Mail, Gmail, or Yahoo, that will be sending from your email. What that means also is that if you send an email to your client, the draft activity statement for the valid report to your client, and your client said they haven't received it, you can actually go back to your email and track whether the send box, the send folder, whether it has been sent or not, and when it has been sent. Currently, for those people that have been using GovReports as a default email, if and when you send a draft report to your client and your client saying that they haven't received it, unfortunately, a few people have contacted us in the past and asked us whether the email has been sent because the client didn't claim that they didn't receive it. Unfortunately for us, because a lot of emails are coming out of our emails every day, and the fact is we don't have that actual email address access, simply because we don't allow our staff to see what has been recorded or what has been sent. So it is very difficult for us to basically go into the system and try to track that email, whether it has been sent or not, and sent to your clients. We just simply don't do it. So if you want customization, if you want to track your emails, just go into the email settings and just do that. Now, if you have your own customized email, i.e. if it's your company, you have a website, your email is at ABC Proprietary Limited or something like that, your own personalized SMTP server details and the SMTP port. Like I said, the same details that is required as if you were to set up your email from any computers. So it's the same thing. You would need to put those details in. Now, once you've done that, you can also, now at this stage, you can also copy and paste your email signature and place there. I copy mine. Once you submit it, it doesn't look right at the moment, but once you submit, you can see the what it looks like when you send out an email. That's the email signature that I have copied. So once you put in your email details, test the outgoing email to make sure that you are receiving it. If you're testing it, it will send through. Yeah, I'm putting the wrong email address. Okay. You can tell because we had a few people that said they set up their email, but yeah, because sorry, I don't remember. Got it. Sorry, GovReports email is also on Gmail as well. So once you put in the right details, you can make sure you test it to ensure that you are receiving the test email. Info. It's been sent. I can go to my email, check that. Test email has been sent through. That means it's successful. So we can go back to it. That has been done, set up properly. Then you can move on to the next thing. Now, you can manage your password. If you have, I don't remember my password. Everything is memorized on the computer. So now you can manage your password as well as on your account there will be another option. Like I said, this is a testing account, so it doesn't have all the features that we want to have. But on your account, you would see a lot more. So let me go through that. If you can't get access to it, you can go through this version. So if you go for two more options, more settings options, you can see the two-step authentication. The two-step authentications at the moment with if last year we hear a lot of issues about security, security on the cloud, security on because the fact is GovReport has not only your financial details, your business details, financial details, but also your client's financial details as well, and of course their personal ID, etc. So unfortunately, like earlier, when you have any usage on your computer, whether it's username, password, anywhere, not only your browser is recording it, but also your computers. Somewhere it's storing your information that you do not know. And unfortunately, I'm not an IT person where I can track all this information. Even if I do, it means that my information are not secure on here, because if it's saved on Google or on Firefox or on your browser, it just means that there's a risk that other people that manage those browsers can also get access to your data. So we have implemented an additional layer of security. So it is optional, and you can use it if you want to. If you don't want to use it, it's entirely up to you. At this stage, we are not enforcing people to use it, but it is there for you to use. So there are two additional security that you can add to your account. The first option, if you choose that, it basically means that each time there's more information if you need to. There's a little eye there next to after the thing. You click on that, it will tell you a little bit more about it. So if you pick these options, what it means is that each time you go to GovReports with your normal username and password, our system will also send you a one-time password, or OTP we call it, one-time password to your email or to the account holder or whoever is having access to the account that you're trying to open. Send an email to that person with the one-time password. It will be a 4-digit or 6-digit number. You need to use that. You need to log into you need to get that number from your email, enter the password, and then you can get access to the account. Now, unfortunately, I know there's many of you who work on client side and do not have email access, your personal email access when you are at the client side. So this might not be an option for you. The second option is, you choose the security questions. There's a couple of questions there, and whatever the answers that you put in, you need to remember that next time and put it in. So if you choose these options, that's fine as well. You can have both options as well. Entirely up to you. We will, having said that, we realize this is limited and will not suit everyone. We will be releasing more security options in the next few months, and you can choose whatever that suits your requirements. At this stage, like I said, we have two options, additional security options. Now, because it's a one-time password and these security passwords, these will not be recorded. It's just that it will not be recorded each time that you enter. So each time that you log in. So this is one way that for us to assist you to protect your own account. So it's up, like I said, it's up to you. We will, like I said, on the dashboard, we will have updates when we introduce the new services or features. We'll let you know, and it's up to you with the security options. You can, if these options at the moment are not suitable for you, just wait until we release the new version, the new features. So that's the security. I won't set up on my account because this is a testing account, and it will be too much cumbersome for me to implement that. But it's pretty straightforward. If you need more information, just put your cursor near the eye, and information will pop up so that you can give me, it will give you more details. So that's basically the settings on GovReports. Of course, if you are a tax agent or if you've got QuickBooks access or whatever, there's more settings that you need to do, but those settings has not been changed. So I won't go through it I won't go through it today. But if you have questions and you want me to go through that, let me know. Now we'll now go back to the dashboard. And what I'll do is I'll go to the left-hand side menu. My clients, if you don't want to go use the search options, you can go to My Clients and search for and basically it will list out all the clients that you have added to your account. Now you can view the if you got, in my case, I only got 10, 15 clients, but if I have a lot more, I can sort it out. If I want to see, 100 at a time, I can do so, or, whatever, 25, 50, 100. So maybe I'll set it up with 100 so that I can scroll it down because I don't have that many clients. And then from there, you can select, similar to your old versions, you can select the clients that you want to work on. Click on, well, in this case, it's click on it. You don't click on forms. But if you want a quick access to the forms that you want to prepare reports for, just simply click on the last column under Actions, the three dots. If you put on your cursor there, you can see whether you want to view the client's profile or you want to get access to the forms immediately. You can do so. So for now, let me go through the client profile access. Oh, I didn't want to go there. That's it. If you want to work on the clients, this particular client. Now, because like I said, it is customizable, you can remove it. You can widen your screen. Just that little arrow there to the left. I'll click that to basically widen up my screen. Okay, so I can now see just basically the clients that I want to work on. When you click on the client profile, when you get to the client profile page, on the first section, if you've got client CLM, it will show the work in progress for this particular client. So for today's job, for this particular client, I need to, I got the activity statements of whatever 2005 that I need to do. And of course, if I want to open that, go into the CLM, I can just open up by simply click on the little arrow on the left-hand side there. But I won't go through into details into here. I'll just go through the profile. We went through the overview earlier. Now, if your client has more than one branch, in the past we have a lot of clients that have been, trying to add a new client. It's not a new client if it's the same ABN. It simply means it's a different branch number. And also in the past we have seen a lot of clients who have lodged, it might be a sole trader or a trustee company, but the branch number is different, other than 001, then you need to go in here, click on Edit, and change the branch number. The client profile that we have on here, the branch number is 001, and I've seen it somewhere earlier from my client. But in here, if you want to go into the client profile, check the branch number, then you need to click on Edit. For now, if they have different branches, they have more than one branch, just simply click on Add Branch, and it'll take you to the page where you can add the same ABN, same tax file number, same ATN. The only difference is the branch number is now another branch. So you can change the branch number. It might be 05, 06, whatever. I'm not too sure, whatever it is. But you change the branch, put in the trading name, and of course the contact details. It might, if it's the same person, you put in the same person. Sometimes different branch might be managed by different managers. You put in the details of the right person. But otherwise, if you need to change the branch number, because sometimes when you contact the ATO for particular, maybe it's to manage the payment plan or something like that, and they do tend to change the branch number. And then it's, when you're trying to lodge, it says that you don't have the authority to lodge. So in that case, you go into Edit, and you can change the branch number of the client that you're working on. For now, also you can also add the logo for the clients as well. If you click on My Client, sorry, I'm a little bit everywhere here. Now, if you've got your client's logo, sometimes it's nice to, you can identify, when you click on here, you can identify them better by looking at the logo, but it's entirely up to you whether you want to put it on. And also later on when we introduce options for you to, when you print out a report that you prepare for that client, that if you've got their logo on, it might also come up on the new in the reports as well with their business details. So it is up to you how you want to manage your account. Now, like I said, anything that you have saved or draft for these clients, you will be able to get access to it from here. It will list out the list or the list of all the draft reports that you have and the status. It's valid. If it's in draft format or in this case we've got an offline draft, etc. And anything that you have logged, if you click on it, that's when you get access to the report itself. It's taking too long. I'll come back to this. Like I said, you can go into it and how it's coming through. So now because it's if you click on it, you can go back to it and edit it. If you can go through. But for now, let me go through the other the process, the whole process, rather than just going into it and trying to amend anything. So that's where you get access. So just simply click on it and respond. But otherwise, if you want to prepare an activity statement or a tax return for the client, simply click on Forms. Now there are more functionalities here. Edit, like I said, if you want to edit the profile of the client, just click on Edit. If you have lodged in the past, you have lodged the PAYG payment summary for the clients where these clients might not have any payroll software. Any employees that you add manually will basically give you page reports right here. You can get access to it. And of course, how many users you have on your account, and if you want to change the user, you can also assign to different users if you want to. So for now, let me just leave it as it is, because that's the only email that I have access to in case ever I need to log in as a secondary user. So that's where you can also manage your users from there. And of course, if you got outstanding reports, you can go in and check and you say, oh, I don't see anything here. I want to check the outstanding reports. You can also see what's outstanding for these clients. You can create job, and if this client is no longer your client, you don't want to see their profile on your working account, you can put into archive. For now, let me go through the lodgement process. Assuming that I'm going to do an activity statement for these clients. Once you get to forms, it's pretty much the same process. If you are an existing user of GovReports, it's exactly the same process that you would have when you click on forms in the previous version. Select the date. The longer the date range, the longer it takes for, the longer it means that there's more activity.
Can you hear me?
Sorry, there's a noise coming through there. So the longer the date range that you put on here, it just means that when GovReports contact SBR, more reports will come through. It means it might take longer if it's a really long date range. So now let me just go through. Now, if you are preparing an activity, if for whatever reasons the ATO is not available, you want to prepare it offline, just click on here. Just make sure you click the criteria. Oh, sorry, criteria somewhere offline that it's an IAS or above, then it will come up. Now, if it's not, like I said, if ATO is not working, you can do the offline activity statement. Just make sure that the date range is exact for the exact period. So if it's if it's the IAS for January, then it must be from the 1st of January to the 31st of January. It cannot be a date between 1st of January to February. It has to be exact period. For now, let me just try to do this online. The ATO is working. Once you select the date range, now because I did give it a really big date range there, between 2004 to 2008, so there's quite a few that will be listed. If you already have processed the activity statements, if it has been lodged already, it will show that it has been processed, and you can, if you want to do revisions, you can go back in and do revisions. But if it has not been done before, then it will show that the status is new, and you can select the activity statements. But now I'm just going to try to do a brand new activity statement for this client, and because I don't have access to the old, MWLD or Xero or QuickBooks for this particular demo, so I'm just going to do it as a manual process, entering the details by data entry. You notice the document ID has been pre-filled by the ATO and the form due date, the payment date, etc. So with your details from GovReports as well, with the details of the clients from GovReports. Pre-fill. Assuming I'm going to change anything, just basically this client did not do any sales or purchase during this period. There is FBT. I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm going to sign that. Assuming that I'm happy with everything there. The date today is the 4th. And click next. Once you get to the lodgement sections, save and lodge sections, you can, if this is an incomplete activity statement, you can save it as a draft and come back to it later to complete the rest. Or you want to pre-lodge. Pre-lodge means that it's just checking the details with the ATO, the PAYG, all the data that you have entered, if it's, also acceptable from the ATO as well. Having said that, you do click pre-lodge, it's just check everything is correct. It says that it is successful, that data has been validated and all the information are correct, but it will not save any details. It will not save the reports. If you want to save and validate, that will basically do the functionality of the save as a draft, as well as validate pre-lodge, validate the data, and save it. So save and validate, is basically the combine of the first two options. And it also check for errors as well. So now, there's a fourth option, which is the save, validate, and send for signature. This option is for those who have digital signature on their account. So I will go through that very briefly. For now, what I'm going to do is save and validate that, and so that I can show you the save reports functionality as well. So once you save and validate it, it will take you to the save reports, which is the same thing as you would have to go through My Lodgement and Save Reports, or from Birdsview and then click on the box where you got Save Reports as well. It will take you to this section. Now, when you click on here, you can see all the reports that you have in Save Reports, and the one that you just done is the first one that the first one on the list. If we're happy with it because it was saved and validated successfully, if you click it on the left, it will give you the options to launch the selected or delete the selected. So if you have quite a few there, you can tick quite a few and launch it in one go, up to you, or delete it in one go. If you want to clean up your account, and these are the just, testing reports that you've done. Now, for now, what I'll do, like I said, I will go through the reports and try to do a digital signature for those that have digital signature on their account. So I can see the status, it's valid. If I click on it, and I can close this little window down so that I can have a whole view of this client. From here, if you don't have digital signature, you can click on print and download the print version. I can do that. And it gives you the print version. Or if you want to email it, and you can print that from there, or you can, save it onto your desktop and then send it to your clients. It's up to you. But if you want to email it to your clients, it will attach the activity statements that you have drafted and send to your clients. And whether you want to send it to yourself, send it to your clients, or send it to someone else who you want to receive these drafted or validated reports. You can change all the subjects or the contents of the emails, and up to you. And it will be sent from the email settings, from the email that you have nominated earlier in your email settings. So now I'm not going to try to send it. So it's pretty straightforward. For those that who have been using the old version, this is pretty much the same. It's just more functionality, more features. You can send from your email. There's a lot more that you can customize as well. So that's the email options. And of course, if you want to go in and edit the activity statements that you just prepared, you might want to change the figures. You want to go in and check it. You can click on edit and check it, or simply goes to the send for signature. Now, if you want to report without the identifier, that's a print option versions without the tax file number. You want to delete it, you can delete it. Send for signature, you can send for signature. I will go through send for signature shortly. I've got a question from Jackie. Often when I have saved a lodgement, completed message in the email and hit send, the loading wheel does not end. Jackie, if this is happening, let us know. It's likely that the browser is not responding well, but in most cases it will be in your save report. Let us know. Give us, when that happens. It's like I said, it's the browser-related issues. So if that happens, just give us a call and we'll just guide you through how to manage your browser. It's definitely there. Yeah, it should not go in the wheel like that, but if it goes that long, just hit F5, refresh the page, and reset or resend, or go back to your save report or lodgement report. I'm not too sure it's a save report or lodgement receipt. Whichever the options, if you send, you should be able to send it. If it's not sending, it's going in the circle, that's definitely a browser issue. Oh, and so she also can't hear. Okay, so now if we, like I said, if you've got a CLM, you can also attach this to an existing job or create a job, depending on, I won't go through these details, but because we won't have time, but I'm going to quickly go for send for signature for those that got digital signature. Once you click on digital send for signature from save reports, because it means that, like it makes a lot of sense, the report has been, normally when the report is in valid status, which we have right here, it means that it has been validated, final check, final, it has checked for all no error is occurring. So then you can simply just, now it's you don't send an incomplete draft report. You send a valid, finalized report. So, oh, sorry, I just logged in again. Go to save report, the same process. Just send this for digital signature. Okay, when you click send for signature, it will take that report that you have validated, or the valid report that you have there, attach it to the send for signature for digital signature. You can upload the authorization, letter of authority, or any documents that you want to attach to along with this activity statement. It might be, like I said, it might be a letter of authority. It might be a letter of engagement. It might be a tax invoice, or an estimated time that you spend working with this. Okay, I've got a message from Jackie. Audio is fine. I called. It asked for access code. Okay. You can, like I said, attach the letter of authority, tax invoice, or whatever it is that you want to upload. For now, I'm going to just give a very typical example of an agreement, sample agreement. This is like I said, this is some of the sample agreement that I've downloaded from the website, from Google. So just to give you an example that we can upload anything that is in PDF versions. So you can upload and attach as many files as you want. Like I said, at this stage, because it's an activity statement, let's just say, assuming that agreed sample agreement is a letter of authority, you can attach that. Then check because the clients that I have added, I've added him as a John Testing and the email address. and of course the destination for him is he's the signing authority. Now, if your client's detail is not the correct detail, you can simply click on that and change to whoever it is that should be receiving these documents for signing. And of course, you can also change the email address. Simply click on the field that you want to change, and the destination. Is this person the signing authority? If this person is only to view the documents, then you can also do so. Now, because we also allow you to send to multiple people, so if John Testing is the signing authority, and I want to add his accountant on here, who, it might be the person who gives him advice, or it might be a partner. I have another question from Jackie. Sorry, she's having trouble. Jackie, if you are unable to track outgoing emails, and if you have your email settings customized, set up, that means your outgoing email setting is not done properly. As I did earlier when I set up, I put in my customized email as GovReports, and because I did not put in the SMTP pods and servers details, it did not get sent. So if it's not working for you, the email setting is not working for you, then it's, like I said, it's very likely it's the email setting is not set up properly. Check with your web developer for the correct details. If not, give us a call. I'm sure our IT guys are happy to assist you as much as we can. But in most cases, your web IT person or your web developer would have would give you the details. The loading time, like I said, it should not happen because, look, I've attached the file that are quite big, and it should be okay. So if it's not working, something is not right. It's either the browser or the settings that you have is not correct. So give us a call back when, if it's not sending, well, like I said, it's likely that the settings you have is not correct. So, yeah, just check the settings again. If it's not working, give us a call. Our IT guys is there to help you to make sure that you got set up properly. Okay, so go back to the emails, digital signature where you want to add a partner in. Jackie, we do have this webinar is recorded, so if you miss out some sections, you will be able to go back to the recording of this webinar to basically at your own time and go through it. And if you have further questions, you can contact us, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions. So for now, go back to the digital signature. We go back to you can add it might be the partner, but who does not sign the document, but you also want him to go in and access to it as well. Okay. Oh, it's yeah. Okay, so you want to add with it might be the partner, it might be the accountant or advisor or whoever it is. You want to add in, but if this person might not be the signing authority, you can put in the details. Maybe I'm just going to put any detail. And you can change this person to view only. Now, it might also be this person might not, you might want to have a special message for him. This, you can say that, partner. You can send him a private message. This is a private message for this recipient only. So you can also do that. But the general message is here. So, this is the general message for all the recipients of this document that you have added there. Okay, so whatever it is that you can, because this is not a real email, so I'm going to remove that. I'm sorry. Because otherwise, I'll try to go through every single email and try to set. You can then also change the subject so that your client can identify the better, because it's sending from the email that you have nominated. You can also change the subject, and of course, you know, like I said, this is the common message that all the document recipient will see. You can also go in and set up the reminder, because every report, GovReports generated documents do have a deadline. So for activity statements, you do have a deadline to lodge, when to lodge. Tax returns, yes and no. PAYG, taxable payment annual report, they all have a lodgement due date. Because of that, if you want to set up a reminder so that your clients can, you know, which the system will automatically send a reminder to your clients and ask them to sign if they don't, you know, if they receive it today, but the lodgement due date is in 5 days' time, you can put in the reminder and say that notifications to this signee, you know, like immediately. If today it's sending, tomorrow, if the client hasn't signed it, it will send a reminder, and repeat every day. And document expires in 5 days, for example, and the notification that this document will expire is 1 day before it expires. So you can set up however, you know, like depending on your the reports that you're sending out. If it's a PAYG, it might be, you know, they got up to 6 months or 7 months before the due date is coming through. But if it's, you know, it's you know, in 5 activity statements, it's in 5 days, then you can also set it. Now, save that. Once you've done the settings, you've got the settings. You can save it as a draft or come back to it. You can discard it, or you can go to next and review the document and mark the signature where you want it to be. Okay, because we got one recipient, it will only show here one recipient, but if we have other recipients, it will show up the list of recipients here. And of course, if they are signee, that you need to go through each one of them and mark where they're supposed to sign. If it's a multiple sign, you know, if it's an agreement where multiple partners need to sign, then, you know, you will see a list of recipients here on your left-hand side here, under your client's details there, and you can go to each one of them and mark where they're supposed to sign. So for now, for this activity statement, I'll mark the signature. Just simply use the mouse and click on it, and you will mark where the signature is supposed to be. Okay, because it's one page, you don't need to click on the next one. So now, because there's 2 documents that I have attached, another document that I have attached, click on the next document and go through the page. Now, because it's a 10-page document, I'm trying to find where the signature is supposed to be. Okay, you can go through each page by page by clicking the next page options. For now, I'm just going to mark it just here. I'm going to go through the documents because it's 10-page. So I'll just mark there. It's got mark signature for John testing, the client, which is the client. Mark it, and assuming that we're happy with everything, we can then send for signature. Click send for signature. Once you click send for signature, similar to your email, it would be basically you've got a document manager there. It will have your send folder, your draft folder, your action folder, your pending, etc. I can only go through this when on the digital signature webinar, but I won't go through it in detail. For now, basically you would have, you know, the document that has been sent for signature. Is now the status is pending and pending for signature. It's been sent to today, and deadline due date is the 9th of the 2nd. Okay, so that's basically, and there's a reminder as well. And of course, if you want to void the document, or you want to print whatever that has been attached to that document, it's all there. Now, what I'll do is I'll go through. I think I sent it to my personal. Yep. Okay. So once it has been sent for signature, what I'll do if your clients will receive the documents, I'll send it to you here. Yep, it has been sent. So now I'm going through here to. I'm pretending that now you've got to switch the hat. I'm now the client who is supposed to sign this document. Now, because I open, if you are sending to yourself, like in this case, which I have sent to myself, if you want to view this document, unfortunately, we have to go through another browser, because if we open in the same browser, it will confuse, because one way you got the application open as a sender, and you can't have in the same browser and on the same computer open as a sender and as a recipient as well. So I'm going to try to open this email from. Once your clients receive it, the email would say, because I did not change the contents, or the contents of the email, the message, the client will also receive on the email would also have the instructions what to expect. Now, if they click view document, they will come to a page where they view document. Our system automatically send this recipient a one-time password in order to get access to the document. So this is to ensure that if the client is opening the email from, someone else has access to this email, email has been forwarded to someone else, and someone else trying to open it, they won't be able to open it unless they got access to the email. Give me one moment. I'm just going to trying to log in to this email from another browser. Sorry, I don't remember my password for this email either. Okay, so that's basically, yeah, my apology, I don't remember my password for this email. So, yeah, I'm guilty of overcharge. That's the reasons I do like the browser that remembering my password, but it's also put me at risk for security, like online security as well. But that's the reasons that we're creating those security measures where you can go back to your email. My problem is I don't remember my password. So if they were to click that, they would see the screen where they, like I said, just follow the instructions there. Go back to they would receive another email where they, another email with the one-time password. Put in that password, they will be able to view that document. When they open that document, they would have options to, if this is the first time they use, they would have the options to, to create their signature. If they regularly sign into GovReports, use GovReports for signing, they would not need to create signature each time. The signature options, now we have the versions where previously you have to upload your signature or draw your signature, upload your signature from, scan, sign your signature on a piece of paper, scan it on the, put it on the scanner and upload it onto GovReports. Or you can also, on your smartphone, use that, take a snapshot of that signature you have on a piece of paper and upload onto GovReports. Now, that option might not be suitable for some of your clients, so we have introduced in these new versions of digital signature, GovReport digital authentications, you can type your name as signature, which is what I have a sample right here. If you need to change, your clients would have the same option. They can upload the signature, draw the signature, or type the signature. You type it in, choose the font, and if you want to use that as your signature, that's okay. ATO approves it. ATO also approves your email authorization as well. It's up to you how you manage your e-record keeping. So basically, that's the signature. They can use that, and then they go in and sign it. So pretty straightforward. They should have, they should not have any problem there. But if you want to, like I said, if you want to test it yourself, you can send, yourself a draft report, and with the signature, just make sure when you open it as a recipient of the document, open it from a different browser, please, so it won't crash. Now, just go back to that. Once the client sign it, it will send them a PDF copy into the email, and also will alert you that the client has signed and send you a copy in your email, and it will also update on GovReports as well. So let me go back to Virgil. Once they sign it, your sales reports would, automatically update the status to valid and signed. At the moment, it's valid and processing. That means waiting for signature. Once they sign it, the status would be valid signed document, so that you can see here the status is valid and signed. So then you simply can go in and do the lodgement or send a tax invoice depending on your where you're up to with your clients. So that's basically a digital signature from GovReports. Now I'll go back to my clients. Oh, and before we release digital signature, for those, if you want to go back to digital signature, you can, to check the status, or basically go back to the draft reports that you have a digital signature, go to the App Center, click on digital authentication, and you'll be able to go back into it. Okay. So you go back to the dash, basically your documents in digital signature. So you can check the status, you can resend it, or you can reset the reminder. Okay, I've got a question from Camel. We finished at 12 o'clock. Yes, we were supposed to, Camel, sorry, I'm going over. Yeah, no, we finished. We're supposed to finish at 12. Sorry, I'm going over the digital signature. So basically, I'm just winding up right now. Sorry, Camel. Yep, my clients. You can add the clients one by one. ABN, of course, enter the ABN. We have ABN lookup everywhere within GovReports. Wherever you put in a new ABN, the client's new ABN, it will cross-check with the ATO to ensure and pre-fill with the client's names and so forth, and so that basically ensure that you don't put in the wrong details. Or you can also import the client list. If you are BAS agents, you would have three options. Three options. You can upload the ATO, your client list from the ATO portal. If you're a tax agent, because this is a tax agent's account, you would have a little bit more options. You have more options because it's just that they can get more lists from the ATO portal as well as from their software. But regardless, you can upload your client list if it is extensive. For those that have been using GovReports in the past, and if you have a more extensive client list from the ATO portal that you have not been updated here, when you upload the ATO your client list from the ATO that you download from the ATO, it will not duplicate the clients that you already have in GovReports. It's just basically only add those clients that have not been added, so that it saves you the time. So that's my clients and my users, of course. If you, like I said earlier, if you can add the users one by one, add new, or go back to that page. You can add new users onto the account. Once you add it to the new users, we just leave the name and address, and make sure that you allocate the user license to that person. Once you add it, it goes to your users list. You then need to go into the action bar and allocate the user permissions to this person. Whether it's you want to give in this person the administrator privilege, which means that they can do whatever you do, access to all the clients, access to all the forms, and be able to lodge. Or you want to basically customize it and give like limited access. So if this person is this person can add new clients, can lodge for that new client, and restrict the forms that you want to, which forms you want them to get access to, and if you want to pass to them any clients to work on, and or give them the lodgement capabilities. So you can customize these functionalities for these services features for them. Once you click them, it's automatically updated. It would confirm with you in the green sections earlier that it has been updated, and that's basically done. So that person now can log in and will be seeing the clients that you have allocated to them. My lodgements, if you similar to the old versions, it's just the only thing is that the outstanding reports. For those that have outstanding reports in the old versions, is that you've got to go into each of the clients and set up. Here you can do the blanket versions. If every now and then, if it doesn't, the system doesn't update, you can go in here, My Lodgement, Outstanding Reports, and click Update the list, and it will try to synchronize with the ATO to get an update on any client that has not shown up. But if this is the first time that you use GovReports and you have added the outstanding reports, you can go to Actions under Outstanding Reports, click on Client Configurations, and select all the clients that you want outstanding reports for. The reason that we do this is that in the past, we automatically switch it on for all the clients that you have on your account when you select outstanding reports. The problem is a few of our clients have come back, a few users have come back and said, look, they don't provide, activity statement service for some of their clients, so they want to be able to basically set up for the clients they want to have on outstanding report or be reminded for. So it's up to you. But that's basically where you do the setup and for all your clients. At the moment, outstanding reports is only for activity statements, but soon we will have, we do have now, with all the other forms that you can also set up for as well. So click in for each one of them and click which clients that you want to have for, be reminded for. So that's basically it. Questions? Thanks, Christine. Thanks, Amanda. Any questions? Like I said, if you can't think of any questions, you can also send us an email later afterwards, or you can see, well, because the screen is limited, so you can, otherwise, if you want to see the next 5, so for example, if you, because this is a testing account, I've got a question from Carmel. Why don't we see a total of all the outstanding reports in the dashboard like the old versions? Yes, you can get access to that from going to outstanding reports or go to clients by client. But also with this, you can see, because it's just that, the next 5 basically based on priority. So because this is a testing account, so we don't have a real things coming through. It's just that we don't. But if you want to view all, you can also view all. All the outstanding reports. So it's just, if you want to see everything there, the same thing. If it's the overview or the upcoming next, you can see them all, view all. You can click that. Thanks, Linda. The old version would tell me I had 25 outstanding reports. Based on suggestions, we start doing this, but having said that, you want the, for us to list basically how many you have in outstanding reports, we can do so. I think we just add another tab there. So, yeah, I think it's based on suggestions in the past. We've come up with that. But, yeah, if that's what this is something that you want, we would certainly have. On your dashboard, you can see would show the save, the lost, today's, and outstanding. Yes, isn't this what we see? The old version would tell me how what you have. At the moment, we show, yeah. Like I said, that's something that the change that we made. But if it's not, like if you want, we can add it in the overview that you have, how many in total, and you can view them all. Basically, it's at the moment it's showing a number, like basically how many are there? 10. But if you want to view all, you can view all. Or if you want it, basically for us to tally it up and say we have total up 25, like 10 there, we can put it there as well. So it's not a problem. Just remember, my account is not, this is a testing account, so it doesn't synchronize with the ATO because the ABN is not real, and also the clients are not real. So, yeah, it's showing very limited, function. Oh, well, the facility there is not there to actually give you, a real production scenario. Okay, well, thank you. If you guys think of any other questions, just let me know and or send us an email or give us a call. We're happy to show that. this webinar has been recorded, so it will be posted onto the website or where the webinar page is, the listing of the webinar. You can go back in and click view to the appropriate, the one that you attended, or the one that you're not attended as well, if you want to, and be able to go back onto the webinar at your own time. Thank you, guys.